Hi everybody, I'm Dave Palermo, the real estate guy from the agency, and in this episode of Shop Local, we talk to Lucy, who runs a graphic design business in Carlisle. Let's welcome to the show the real owner of Eclipse Designs, Jackie Limb from Carlisle. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, David.
I understand you've been a local in the area for how many years now?
I have. Well, I've lived in Carlisle now for about 3, but prior to that was born over on Midgley Street. Not born in Midgley Street, grew up there. And yeah, so I've been in the local area since I was probably about 6.
So a true example of someone shopping local and living local, moving from Lathlane, went away for a little bit and went to Melbourne and brought back a Collingwood supporter, which we won't talk about, but now living in Carlisle and running a business from Carlisle. So you've been in the area for a while. So what sort of things have you noticed change in those years?
I'd have to say the demographics of Carlisle itself has changed quite significantly. There seems to be a lot of younger families and a lot of first homeowners coming into the area, and that seems to be bringing with it a good sense of community.
Okay.
I think people are starting to reach out and get in touch with each other more.
Yep, Lucy's off, so I'm going to put Lucy down. Now, we obviously got to know each other by shopping local, and you've done a bit of graphic design work for me in the past, which is great because it's all about that theme of living and shopping locally. When looking for a graphic designer, what should people really be looking for? What do you do?
Okay, so you need to think about how do you want to communicate to your market, because it's all about reaching the specific market that's associated with your business in particular. So communication is of extreme importance, and you need to find someone who's not just got the software ability but the creativity and design practical knowledge to back that up.
Yeah, so it's not just about having the tools of being able to do the work, it's about a bit of a light bulb moment and having some imagination.
You have to
about
have that creative background as well.
Okay, so what other businesses would you work with that help you help your clients in your graphic design space?
So I have some good business relationships with some local printers, and I find that we sort of bounce off each other. We certainly help each other out with referrals and things like that. We get some good prices set in stone and so forth.
Yeah, and that's great. And it's another local business as well in the printing world that you use, which is good. And I've used them in the past as well, so that's great. What sort of brands out there really take your eye at the moment with their branding?
Right. Well, I did walk past Sanchero's not long ago, and I loved that fiesta feel and the way they're really rocking that Mexican theme.
I think it's meant to be Spanish, but it's all over there. We kind of get the idea. And I think Fredo, if you're there, you've got a massive fan. So Fred, who's got the Vic Park one and Northbridge, the brand is pretty cool.
But it's Spanish.
It's Spanish, yeah.
Can we do that again?
No, we're not doing it again. That's staying on there. So, but it's still, I guess the idea is that the brand says something to you.
It does. It shouts out to me that it's a fun place to be and a good place to hang out and eat chocolate.
Okay, apart from Sanchero's, any other brands out there?
I must admit, I do like the recent branding that the WA Exclusive Meats area has done. They've got some jerky that they're promoting at the moment, and that really jumped out at me. And
I think that's a great example, because you do have, and Christian and Shannon, the team over there at WA Exclusive Meats, have their butcher brand and meat brand, but then when they're doing a different products, like jerky, and I don't know where the jerk name comes from, but it's pretty cool and it's fun, and it just gives you an idea of another local brand that's doing pretty well.
And yourselves have done a recent rebranding as well, which I'm quite impressed with. Very modern and sleek.
Can't talk to you too much about that, but I might put up some images of the new brand. Yeah, we are rebranding, and it's been a big push from our Melbourne team to get the new brand out, and it's looking pretty slick at the moment. That's good. So I'm glad we had a plug there for the agency. That'll keep the CEO happy. So it is one of those things where the graphic design, I guess you take up a lot of different platforms now. If we use real estate as an example, it used to be just the newspaper that you'd have to put ads in. But now with business,
things have really changed. It's all heading towards digital marketing now. So no longer is just a letter drop in a newspaper advert sufficient. There's all the Facebook advertising, Google AdWords, MailChimp campaigns, which are proving to be really popular and successful. So unless a design agency can cover all of those areas for you, you will be a little lacking. So best to get someone who can do the whole lot.
And what Jackie's really good with in design is a lot of people, I guess, think that they've got one photo or one image and they can use it across different platforms. But what people don't realise is that an Instagram post is a different pixel size and different image size to Facebook, to MailChimp, to Google AdWords and all the rest of it. So if you ever see someone post a photo out there or an image and it's cropped incorrectly, it's because they probably haven't used a graphic designer that's created a whole suite of different images for them to use. So if you're having that sort of trouble with your own brand and your own company at the moment, you're the person to speak to.
And one quick note, even though all of these new software products that are out there are quite user-friendly, please don't send it out until you've had a look at the preview, because unfortunately, unless you have that design background, you're better off not sending anything at all. So keep that in mind. All right,
a good tip there. So if you have a need for graphic design or just want to get to know a little bit more about what Jackie does, because she's very experienced, and I believe you also, little birdie told me, you were actually teaching graphic design for a while as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I still do that on a pretty regular basis.
Yep.
So I teach Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign.
Yeah, so you're in good hands, and potentially she could help teach you how to do a few things as well. So what's the best way for someone to get in contact with you?
Sure, so the best way is to either call me on my mobile, 0488 080 779.
Very good, and we will put up a very nice graphic design of Jackie's details. I'm not going to use Paint or Microsoft Word or anything like that.
I'll do
you
it
can do that one for
David.
you. Okay, so her skills are going to be on display in the video.
Like flashing.
Yeah, so if you have any need, or if you know someone that needs some graphic design, tag them into this post so they can actually have a look at the video and have a chat and listen to what Jackie's got to say. Thank you for being part of the show.
Great, thanks David.
Cool. Thanks Lucy. She's down
Nice
there
tea.
somewhere. Nice tea. Yeah.